It's a deliberate decision that reflects the importance that they hold, that they attach to the relationship between the People's Republic of China and Nigeria. As you all know, when President Muhammadu Buhari came into office in 2015, he identified certain areas of priority. And in his third pillar, which was creating jobs for our people, he also identified the importance of diversifying from oil and into other areas, agriculture and so forth, but also infrastructure. And you are all aware of the prominence and the role that the Chinese government and the support has provided to us in Mr. President's vision of a country with 21st century infrastructure. So the relationship is close. President Muhammadu Buhari has visited China on 2 occasions and come up with agreements, MOUs, facilitated business access for our Nigerian businesses, and promoting trade between between our 2 countries. And so this visit by the State Councilor is a very important one. We held discussions, the 2 delegations. We had on the Nigerian side the Honorable Minister of Industry, Trade and Investment, the Honorable Minister of Health was there, the Honorable Minister of Transportation, and the Minister of Aviation was represented, and discussed a whole range of matters. And we also agreed to sign an MOU, Memorandum of Understanding, on establishing an intergovernmental committee that will be charged with coordinating all aspects of cooperation between the 2 countries. There are many areas and many sectors in which we are cooperating with the Chinese. And so we decided on an institutional mechanism that will be charged with monitoring and coordinating all that multi-sectoral engagement. In our meetings today, we talked about transportation issues, railways in particular, in which China is playing such a prominent role. We talked about the cooperation in the defense sector also, and the support that we are also getting from China in that area. We discussed political matters and how to, structure and institutionalize cooperation at the political level. We analyzed global affairs as well, the support of each other, reciprocal support in multilateral organizations, and our joint efforts to ensure, a stable, fair global system. And we also realized that this year, 50 years of, we'll be celebrating 50 years of diplomatic relations between the People's Republic of China and Nigeria. And as you know, there is the China established with the whole of Africa, the FOCAC, for cooperation with African countries. And we just celebrated 20 years of that. And within the framework of that FOCAC, China has really engaged with Africa in different sectors and really supported a lot of development in Africa. And of course, we looked at the trade relations between our 2 countries and areas that we can improve. We also discussed the health issues, the COVID pandemic, the global pandemic, and we've received a lot of support, of course, from China in this with personal protection equipment. They were very quick to provide us with, and other support in the health area. And of course, with the vaccine discoveries now, China is also one of those countries that has been able to develop vaccines for COVID. And so we're also engaging with China to also help with regards to access to vaccines for our people. We looked at the area of the education, and China's president had promised at the last visit of Mr. President to China to establish a Luban workshop, educational focal point within the University of Abuja, and that has now been established and has taken off. And we talked also about Chinese support through their company Huawei in the ICT sector, and this is a burgeoning sector for Nigeria. ICT, our youth are really showing tremendous enterprise and innovation, and we believe that this is going to be a sector that will define Nigeria economically, technologically going forward. And China has also been very supportive in that area, and in particular Huawei in training Nigerians and also providing platforms for education for Nigeria. And of course we want to establish direct air links with China, and we're very far advanced in that area, and we hope that very soon a Nigerian carrier will be carrying out scheduled flights to China in the not too distant future. And we've also discussed other consular issues, possibility of a prisoner exchange arrangement, and so forth. And with the Nigerian the oil refinery that Dangote is putting up with Chinese support also. We also discussed how that could be ramped up with the infusion of engineers and so forth. And at the end of it all, the Chinese government, the Honorable State Councilor and Minister of Foreign Affairs announced a donation to Nigeria of 100 million renminbi, the Chinese currency, which we reckon, of course, conversions are never, it's not an exact science, but roughly $15 million, 6 billion Naira that we also received from them, for which we're eternally grateful. So this is basically the framework and the context of our discussions today.